Hi, it's Miss House. I want to go over this grade calculator with you so you can get your um, get an idea of what you need to do on the final exam and your remaining homework and quizzes in order to pass this class or get an A or get a B, etc. So this file is located in your course. Okay, you have to actually download it. So what you see when you click on it at first is just a picture of this. You have to actually download it onto your computer or phone, and only your phone will only work if you can do an Excel spreadsheet on your phone. So you'll probably have to be on a computer. But I want to demonstrate to you what you will do. Now you want to only type in these yellow, bright yellow boxes. Don't type anywhere else because you can mess up a formula. But let me just give you a possible scenario. Let me say that my test 1 is 41. My test 2 is 65, and my test 3 is 58. Okay, so that tells me that I've earned 26.24 points out of the possible 48, because these are 16%, and that adds up to 48 points. Okay, now homework might be low now, but you have a couple of weeks to get it better. So let's put in 85. I want you to at least shoot for an 85 average on homework and an 85 average on quizzes. You'll see the number of points that you've earned there. Homework is 10%, so 85 would be 8.5. Quizzes are 12%, so you'd get 10.2 points if you had an 85 homework average. Now, I'm going to go ahead and type in a 60 on my final to show you what my average would be. And down here in the red, you can see the average for a person with these grades. Okay. Now, clearly, that's a D, and most of you will need to get a C or better if you want to take another class. D's will transfer in some cases, but C's in most cases. So I'm going to go back up here and see what I can do to help myself. Well, first of all, I should have replaced this 41 with that 60. So I'm going to replace your lowest test grade. Okay, so you pick an exam score and put it in for your lowest test score also. Okay, and pick something higher than your lowest test score. Now I'm going to go back down here, and now I'm at 66. Okay, so clearly I need to make a little bit better on the final exam. So I'm going to go to 65, and remember, test 1 was my lowest test, so 65. And I'm down to 68. Now, 68 is still not passing. That's still in the D range. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on these homeworks. I'm going to see if I can get that up to an 88 and that up to an 88. Will that be enough? Not quite. I'm still at 69. You need a 69.5 to get the C. Okay, 69.5 is minimal needed to get the C in the class. So I'm gonna put these back down at 85, and I'm gonna really study for my final exam, and I think I can make a 75 on the final, and a 75 would go in for my lowest test score. And now look, I have plenty of points, a 72. So I could actually make a little lower than 75. I'll put in a 73 and a 73. So remember, pick a final score, put your 3 test scores in here, pick a final exam score, but replace your lowest test with that same score. All right, and so now I still have a 71. I might back these off a little bit. I'll go back down to 80 here and 80 here, and I still have a passing grade. So you can just fine tune this until you come down to the absolute lowest score you need to make on the final. And of course, this assumes that you get your homework and quiz average to these 2 numbers here. Okay, and that's about right for me, 70.4. I probably can go to a 71 and still pass the course. There I am, 69.94. So am I going to shoot for a 71? Absolutely not. I'm going to shoot for an 85. If I get an 85, I get an 85. And I still have a C, so I want to get a B. So I'm going to put the 85s in for the homework and for the quizzes. And then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to look, and I still have a C. So I'm going, if I want to get a B in this class, I'm probably going to have to make a 90 on the final exam, which is possible because you got 2 weeks to get ready for that. There it is right there. There's my B. I would have to make sure my homework and quiz averages are at 85 and I make a 90. Now, could you get these to 100? Absolutely. Okay. But if you spend all your time just math weighing and getting hundreds on these, you're not going to make 90 on the final exam. I can promise you. You need to do legitimately anything that you've missed. Okay, there's my B still. And let's see, I'm at an 83, so I could definitely go back down maybe to an 85 and an 85. And so, look, I still have a B. So it looks like if I make an 85, as long as I get my homework and quizzes up to 100. Now, what you need to do, again, let me remind you, is when you open it up, it's going to look like this. It's going to be empty. Remember to type in the yellow boxes only. If you accidentally mess it up and you don't think the formula is working, you can just close it and then open it again and get a fresh copy. Just don't save it. So you're going to enter your 3 test scores, 66, 78, 41. I'm going to estimate my final exam at a 70. My homework average is now an 80, and my quiz average is a 76. I'm going to go down here, and I see I have a D in the class as it stands. However, if I have a 70 on the final, I can replace this 41 with that 70. Okay, so after you see that, replace that, and look, now I've passed the class. So I think that you should spend some time running this calculator, and if you have questions about it, just let me know, and I can run it after class the next time I see you. But remember that withdrawal date is November 30th. So send me an email so that you have time to withdraw if you feel like you should withdraw. Okay, see you in class.